Hello loves, I'm going to be showing you in this video how to go from looking like this to this right here. We are going to be doing some boho knotless braids, and I'm so excited because this is my first time doing boho knotless braids on myself. I'm going to be using bulk hair from Eayon Hair. I will have it linked down below in the description box. They sent over 3 bundles and this is what they look like. The texture of this hair is water wave, so I will have everything linked down below in the description box for you to check out. But the curl pattern is beautiful. So to add in some length to my braids, I am using this braiding hair from Ultra, and it comes with 3 bundles. The length is 52. It's pre-stretched and pre-layered. I also picked up some things off Amazon. I got this braiding rack. I feel like this will make my life easier when it comes to separating the braiding hair and also the bundled hair, and it definitely did the job. Like, this was a game changer. And I also picked up one of these 3-way mirrors. I will have everything linked down below that I used to achieve this style in the description box. When I tell y'all, you definitely need these 2 items, it was just like a game changer, and it just saved me or save me some time, especially when it comes to separating the hair. If you're trying to separate the hair when you're doing each braid, y'all, that is time consuming and it's just too much. So just having this rack where I can just go ahead and separate the hair and just pick it up as I go was game changer. And it's definitely going to come in handy when I am braiding my daughter's hair, because I usually just have hair all over the chairs separated, but this was just so much easier. So I'm just going to go ahead and separate all of the hair before we start installing the braids. This is the braid gel that I did use, and it's became one of my favorites. So let's go ahead and start parting, y'all. This took the longest. Baby, I was struggling with these parts, and I was kind of struggling with trying to look at myself in a 3-way mirror, and my hands was moving a different direction than what I was seeing in the mirror. It was just, ooh girl, I had to take my sweater off because I was getting hot. It was just a lot. So parting my hair was the most tedious part for me. So I did 4 braids along the back. I did 7 rolls. I went in some medium knotless braids. I didn't want to do anything too small just because this was my first time doing knotless braids on myself, and I'm definitely going to be doing this again because I saved a lot of money, okay, installing myself. When you're braiding your hair, you want to make sure you continuously have braid gel on your hands. That is one thing that I found that helped with my braids, and just making sure all of the hair stayed in the braids. So as you see, I just have a little braid gel on my hands, and I just take it down the braid and just braided it in. I'm going to show you a little later on how I add the pieces in. So you see I'm adding the hair in, and I'm taking my clip to clip the hair up so it won't fall down. Y'all, I was struggling in the beginning. The struggle was real, but as I continue to go on, I got the hang of it. And I've had this hair installed for about 4 days now, and the hair has not been tangling up on me, just because I've been making sure I run my fingers through it at night. But I will say, this is my second time having boho braids, and the first time I got them done by someone else, and she got the hair for me, and she said it was human hair, but when I tell y'all, that hair tangled up so bad. And at the end of the braids, I did do a small knot, and with doing the knots, you want to make sure you take the smallest piece of hair possible and tie a knot at the end. And this is going to save you time in the end, to make sure you don't have to re-braid anything. So this is what the first row looks like. I just did 4 braids in the back. This is the size that I was going for. As I continue to go along, some of the boxes got a little big, but it's all good. It's some of the parts started to get a little crooked, but this is the second row right here. And like I was previously saying, I've had this hair installed for 4 days now, and I haven't had any issues with the bulk hair, the human hair that I added in to give me that boho look. And the previous time that I had boho braids, I had in my mind that I don't know if I'm gonna do boho again, but I really feel like it was because of the hair. So far the quality of this hair has been amazing. And when I got to the front, I did start to put in a few extra pieces of the boho hair. With each braid, I typically try to put around 3 to 4 strands of the hair. So this is what the third row is looking like. Your girl was moving right along. This ended up taking me a good, if I cancel out all of the times that I paused and did other things, I would say it took me a good 7.5 hours. So when I'm installing the bulk hair, I like to take it from behind, and I found that putting a little piece in my mouth really helped to hold the hair sometimes when I didn't want to use the clip. But I put it in between my middle finger and my pointer finger, and I braided it in that way. And you also want to make sure you're using that braid gel, and that is going to make sure the end of the bulk hair isn't sticking out of your braid. And like I said, I just tie a knot at the end of each braid. So if your hair is longer, you just want to make sure you tie the knot past your hair. So this is what the fifth row is looking like. Y'all, I was moving right along, and I was so determined. Let's add in another piece of bulk hair. So as you can see, I'm putting it right between that middle finger and pointer finger, and I'm just braiding down. So you see, I'm not even using a clip now, because as I got the hang of it, y'all, it got so much easier. And one thing I found when doing the knotless braids, some braids I had to add in thicker pieces of the braiding hair, and some I didn't. So when doing the knotless braids, you just want to take your hair, separate it into 3 strands, and just start like a regular plait. After I braid it down probably like 3 times, that's when I went in with the first piece of hair. And as I got closer to the top, I did start adding in the bulk hair a little closer to the top. But as you can see, I'm just adding in those pieces of hair just to thicken up the braid. And like I said, just determining on like the placement, like the part of your head that you're braiding, depends on how thick you want the braiding hair to be, or how much braiding hair you want to put into the braid. Like when I was closer in the front, I didn't put in as much braiding hair, like thicker pieces. I started out with thinner pieces and worked my way down, because I found like it was just hard to get the braiding hair to blend in if I tried to add in too much braiding hair at one time. I hope that's making sense. And then like in the middle of my hair, where my hair is thicker, I started out with thinner pieces of braiding hair instead of like thicker pieces. So you just gotta play around with it. But I would definitely do this again, y'all, because I saved so much money just braiding my own hair. So you see, I'm going to add that piece of hair in. I tuck it right there between my pointer finger and middle finger, and I just continue to braid down. Once you get the hang of it, it's so easy. So I'm going to show you again. You see my pointer finger and middle finger? I'm going to tuck that hair right there in the middle and then braid down.
Up and leave. Take a lot of courage just to live out your dreams. Bigger picture I could see if I just close my eyes. Have the foresight to believe. Time don't move backwards, it speeds to the future fearlessly. Charging forward when I open my mouth, though I may not know how. I know I was born to sing. Travel the world, raise baby girls. Bury my best friend, I'm manifesting, but not concerned. 'Cause whatever happens, I'm good. Actually, more than good, kinda great, even on a bad day. I thank God for making me brave.
Okay, so this is what we're looking like after installing all of the braids. Y'all, it looks so good. I ended up using one full bundle of the bulk hair and probably like 1/4 of the second bundle of the bulk hair. And now I'm just going to use some perm rods at the end of the braids because the end of the braids are straight, and I just rolled it up to like where I tied the knot, and this is what we're looking like. And I just dipped it in like boiling hot water for about 10 seconds, and girl, the curls came out looking so good. I did snip like any ends that had like stray pieces. I just snipped it right on off, but the curl looks so pretty, and I feel like it blends so well with the bulk hair that I added in, the water wave texture. But I absolutely love how this style turned out, and I just set everything with some mousse, just went over my hair with some mousse. And this is how you like maintain your hair like on day-to-day basis. You can add in some mousse to just define that human hair that you added in. And I also just like spray some oil sheen. Y'all, I was feeling it at this point. I was like, your girl did her thing. Okay, I did my thing with these braids. Look at how they came out, baby. Get into it. Get into it. They look so good. The curly hair that I added just gives it the nice perfect touch, and I'm in love. So in love. I will have everything that I use to achieve this style linked down below in the description box, and let me know in the comments, how did your girl do? Okay, how did I do for my first time doing boho knotless braids on myself? Again, the bulk hair that I use is from Eayon Hair, and it will be linked down below as well. So you see what the hair is looking like and how much I put in the braids. So I just did like little small strands, nothing too much. But y'all know with braids, it's so many different styles that you can do, and I'm just so excited to just have me some knotless braids. And your girl didn't break the bank getting them, okay? Your girl saved so many coins. But I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you learned something, and let me know down below, do you think you're gonna try out doing some boho knotless braids on yourself?
Living free, wanna die when I'm 123. Really wish that all my heroes would notice me, so I could be